The history of table tennis. Table tennis, also called ping pong, ball game similar in principle to lawn tennis and played on a flat table divided into two equal courts by a net fixed across its width at the middle. The object is to hit the ball so that it goes over the net and bounces on the opponent's half of the table in such a way that the opponent cannot reach it or return it correctly. The lightweight hollow ball is propelled back at the fort across the net by small rackets, bats, or paddles held by the players. The game is popular all over the world. In most countries, it is very highly organized as a competitive sport, especially in Europe and Asia, particularly in China and Japan. The game was invented in England in the early days of the 20th century and was originally called ping pong, a trade name. The name table tennis was adopted in 1921 to 1922 when the Old Ping Pong Association formed in 1902 was revived. The original association had broken up about 1905, though apparently the game continued to be played in parts of England outside London and by 1920s was being played in many countries. Led by representatives of Germany, Hungary, and England, the Fédération Internationale de Tennis de Table or International Table Tennis Federation was founded in 1926, the founding members being England, Sweden, Hungary, India, Denmark, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Austria, and Wales. By the mid-1990s, more than 165 national associations were members. The Pearls World Championship were held in London in 1926, and from then until 1939, the game was dominated by players from Central Europe. The men's team event being won 9 times by Hungary and twice by Czechoslovakia. In the mid-1950s, Asian emerged as a breeding group of champions, and from that time, the men's team event has been won by either Japan or China. As has the women's event, though to a lesser extent, North Korea also became an international force. In 1980, the first World Cup was held, and Guo Yua of China won the $12,500 first prize. The table tennis became an Olympic sport in 1988 with single and doubles competition for men's and women's. In the modern changes, the sport has progressed enormously since it was the first invented. Nowadays, players use specially developed rubber-coated wooden and carbon fiber rackets and a lightweight, hollow celluloid ball. Thanks to their high-tech rackets, they can now smash the ball at over 100 kilometers per hour. For a brief history of table tennis. Table tennis is known as ping pong. Is a ball game that shares similar principles with the lawn tennis game. In 80s, the English firm J. Jacques & Son invented the game ping pong towards the end of the 80s. In 1901, as early as 1901, tournaments started holding with about 300 players. In the year 1922, the Ping Pong Association, which was formed then later became the Table Tennis Association. In 1926, the International Table Tennis Federation was founded. In the year 1927, the English Table Tennis Association was created. In the year 1930s, the popularity of table tennis in the 1930s waned in the Soviet Union. In 1950s, paddle used a rubber sheet added with a sponge layer. In the year 1988, the table tennis became introduced to Olympic sports. In 2005, doubles table tennis was only allowed to take place as a part of the team events during the 2008 Olympics. In 2014, all events had to be played with an improved polymaterial ball.